Yeah, well, many of them, they get addicted to these drugs because I know it has to be crazy, right? To be on stage all the time. And, they want to be in that state, where nothing bothers them. I remember I was reading a story about a stripper, about a young lady. She became a stripper to make extra money. She was trying to put herself through school and everything of that nature. And she said that she would get so drunk and just get up there, and she didn't care, about what people thought. 'Cause it numbs you, right? So I think it's the same thing with these artists. I was what's it, the young brother Kid Cudi. I think it was a Vibe magazine, a Vibe interview, if I'm not mistaken, where he spoke about he had to be high all the time just to do interviews and just to do shows, right? So, sometimes they come in the game and if they're not, a lot of them come in the game and they're not even on drugs when they come in, but someone introduces these drugs to them. They encourage them, yo, this to make you feel good. They have to tour. They're doing hours of shows. So they just want to be in that state where they can perform. So they give them these drugs. Most of the time, they have a free supply of it just around. So they give them these fake drugs that mimics this feeling of joy, this feeling of excitement. You can stay up for hours, days, and they get addicted because they don't want to lose that feeling. So a lot of times they come on these interviews and, they say what they feel at the time under the influence. This is why a lot of times when you look at a lot of these artists, what's the brother, Gucci Mane, and a lot of these brothers, when they're sober, look at Young Thug. Young Thug in the courtroom, man. This brother sounded like a whole different person because they're not high and they don't have, they're not under the influence, right? So, the late great Malcolm X, salute to him, my role model. I remember reading a book. The brother said he used to have to do lines just to be on the block with these people, right? So it's not only happening in the music industry, it's also happening here on YouTube in the ghetto sector where brothers and sisters is getting high to do these little, I guess, interviews you would call them. A lot of them is just exposing them. They're getting high and they're coming on here just saying anything, chasing the view. So a lot of it is about the money. They're chasing this show money, doing these performances, and they get high. They want to be recognized. They want to be accepted, right? So when you want to be accepted, it's easy to be manipulated because then you get around the wrong people and you want these people to accept you. You want to associate yourself with these people, these names, these quote unquote big wigs, and they know that, so they accept you. I mean, they manipulate you. So yeah, it's not only it's in the whole world really. It's not even just in the music industry, because the music industry has trickled down to the TikToks and the people get high and they bug out in their videos. Look at these people who do these silly videos on the street. To do some of these videos, you gotta be high, to numb the embarrassment, to numb that feeling. You couldn't do this stuff when you're sober.